Keith, you're talking about fans' reaction to friendlies.
Yeah, I think it all kind of ties into this whole social media nuance of football now. And it's very reactionary. Like, for one, I don't really like Premiership teams playing each other in friendlies anyway. Like, I hate it. But I get it why commercially.
No, I don't get it.
But Man United played Arsenal the other day, and like in group chats, they're just like, oh yeah, this is gonna be like how the season's gonna pan out, etc. And
you take those conversations seriously.
On the flip, no, but it's just like it's happening
Prevalent,
more and more. Like it's not even a case of like just one or two. You go on social media, you see it, and then even like the results for like I think a lot of fans forget that pre-season is about
Fitness.
It's about fitness
And trying stuff.
and like trying stuff out. So the results are not always gonna go your way.
I have no care whatsoever for results
It's
in
like,
pre-season games.
Bro, but I'm not gonna lie, see preseason, I'm selfish. I just want to see the new players play.
Yeah,
Literally.
I just want to see new players of both teams. to
How
be
it's
honest.
likely gonna fit, etc. Yeah,
That's all I care about.
Yeah, I don't like this Prem teams play. I want you to go and play against a team I've never heard of, with players who will never play against a team of that caliber again. Just do that because the rivalries come out. There were so many tackles in that game, and I thought, bruv, your season could be over before it started. Like, you know, or you're gonna get injuries, means your season starts in November.
Yeah,
You know, on both sides, right?
Mm.
I mean, Man United came out, and I think it took us out for the manager. You know, he made his comments after, we don't play friendlies. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and even like you see the lineups and people are like, oh, why is so and so not playing? Like,
It's pre-season.
You get to make 11
guys
subs.
just come back from Mykonos, bro. Allow him, let him get his.
This is why I don't take it seriously.
I disagree with you. I think the majority of you have said you don't really care for friendlies, right? I disagree in that point because I think friendlies almost show the sort of levels you're going to go into the league the first game with, yeah? But on the other hand, when you're saying, oh, you know what, people are saying, oh, why is this person not starting? That doesn't make any sense. Like, you can start whoever you want.
You make a good point. I think you got what you take out of friendlies is important. So I agree.
Very
The friendly the week before the Community Shield, you shouldn't be looking like how you did it in the first friendly 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I think what Keith's talking about is people taking friendlies, especially at this. I mean, we've still got 3 weeks to go, and a lot of these teams have only been back 2 weeks,
Yeah,
right?
most of them.
2.5 weeks. To be taking that now as some sort of barometer of how your team's going to perform, it's just crazy. But you're right. I think the closer you get to the season, then you take the friendlies.
If you just take the Man United Arsenal game yesterday, was it yesterday, whenever it was?
Saturday.
That is pretty much going to be how they play against us when they play against us.
Disagree.
You don't think they're going to be trying to wipe us off the face of the earth with them mad challenges?
Disagree.
I think
A few of those men in there were men that were trying to get into the first team.
Like Martinez. He's
Like Manu, who pocketed that rice, who showed you that rice.
That's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're doing right
That's
now.
what I'm talking about.
That's not what we're talking about.
Hold on. No, it's not what we're talking about. I'm using it to prove my point. Half of those men are, because you got to look at preseason for what it is, right?
I'm tired of you.
Very tired
of you.
For certain man, it's just I want to get fit, right?
Yeah.
For the youngsters,
Showcasing.
I need to show my manager I'm ready, right? It's pretty much the only time they're going to get
I get that.
to show the manager that they're ready to play this level, right? So you're going to get conflicting performances. You're going to get conflicting
take
things
him
coming
aside
out.
though. The other
Right?
challenges I'm talking about. That's gonna be
agree.
Man United's approach.
I think that's how people are going to do it.
That's how
that
Man
was just.
But I think that's because it's the
He's just a
inter-Premier League
Yeah,
thing.
I think he was just hot-headed, and that was just stupid.
And like, if you take...
I think it was a Ten Hag thing because everyone was playing like that.
Everyone,
Even Luke
bro.
Shaw, everyone. Sorry, Keith. I think in terms of how teams look to stop us this season, I think they better get used to it. They better get used to it. That's going to be the same. But I think the one thing that will change massively is, we've already discussed it, they're going to have the goalkeeper, right? So their style of play is going to change. And he's a bit like Arteta as well. He wants to play more possession-based football. But when we haven't got the ball, I could probably list a lot of teams who are going to take that approach, because there's still a little bit of Achilles heel in our team is we've got pretty small forwards. Most of our attacking line is relatively small, so people are gonna look at it and think that they can be bullied. I think out of all of them, Havertz is probably the one that can't be bullied as easily.
Do you not think that Ten Hag and United had to play like that?
Yeah, they had to.
They had to play like that.
Why?
Coming off of a poor season that they've had, man, of the players are
You know the poor season?
Yes.
Had a poor season.
Ten Hag, first seat. 2 FA.
I wouldn't call that a poor season.
He's done well.
He's done well.
But it's
The
another
players,
it's
certain
like
players have
another
not done
season
well.
with that poor team.
Wait, so you're saying they had to play like that in a friendly?
No, I'm just saying they've
Improve.
had to like. All right,
Set a
based off of exactly. So based off of the season that they had, like they can't perform like that. Like,
Against Arsenal,
they
all
can't
the hype
perform
for
like
the
that.
game,
Right,
Declan
okay.
Rice. This,
So
that,
coming
blah,
into the
blah,
new
blah.
season,
Yeah.
it's kind of one of those things. Start as you mean to go on.
Yeah.
Whereas for Arsenal, it was like we need to just make sure we're ready for the season. There's nothing. We don't have anything to prove here. And Man United, if it kind of feels like they've gone into that game. Look, we're trying to prove a point. The next season, we're on it, and we're going to show you.
Yeah. And
Which, to your point, to your point about the challenges, probably why they came in full blooded and was like, "Oh, look, it's United."
Yeah, they were.
Look at Bruno, bruv, running around just doing loads of cynical fouls. I mean, if I was Ten Hag, but I don't think it's too far-fetched to imagine that that's some of the narrative. We're getting close to the season. These are going to be your rivals. These guys, they pushed Man City last year. Show that you can keep up with them. You can play with them, play against them, and all the pre-game hype, all the talk, Rice, Timber, blah, 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 all that rubbish. You're like, bruv, go in there and shut them up. So I have no issues with how they approach the game. They're supposed to play every game properly. But I just don't like the Prem to Prem thing weeks before the game. I just don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it. But and even going back to the formation bit where like the midfield three that you started, people have come out and said that should never be played ever again. It's like it's the first time they've ever played together.
Friendly, man.
Half an hour. Like you can, if you look forward to like the Premier League, that's the kind of midfield you could play at with when Luton come to I'm about to say Highbury for a second there. Come to the Emirates. Like, so you want to kind of get them used to each other. Like I know people saying, it's not the right fit, there's no real defensive cover. But certain games you want to go out and blitz the team, you know what I mean? And they're the kind of personnel
100%.
that you need. And this is the whole point of pre-season to
Exactly.
like figure
It's
this stuff out.
Arteta said it perfectly. He said two things. One, we need variety. We need to be unpredictable. We can't go into the season and only have one way of playing. And two, it's like, bruv, when they've played 55 games together, then open your mouth. Do you know what I mean? Because he needs to be able to have the combinations. And again, he comes from a school of management where it was, Tinker City. Like, it got to a point where we didn't even know if KDB would start some weeks, So it doesn't surprise me that he's going in that direction as quickly as his resources will allow him to. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
And that's how the top teams have got to be. Like you've got to
now,
rotate
and
your players, and they've got to be at a level when
The
they
fans
come
just
in.
need to relax because, like you said, it's a friendly, right?
100%.
Just because he's played Rice, Havertz, and
100%.
Odegaard, that doesn't mean he's gonna play them
Every
first
game.
game.
They need
every game
to
even.
tweet. They need a reaction to show. I'm just like, bro.
They're like, why is he not playing
Everyone just
Tierney?
needs to
Or why is he not
calm
playing
down.
Zinchenko or whatever? Like,
I
relax, man.
I don't look at anything until the third game of the season. 100%. Because the first two, you're eyeing out that it's the pressure, it's the new season. The first game don't mean anything. The second game don't really mean. The third game, you should start to see patterns.
You know what's going on.
You should start to know what's going on. And if your team's not looking good by the third game, then I can understand.
Then man's doing corrective.
I can understand the concern and the uproar. But
What if you got a community shield?
Don't mean nothing, man. We
Don't
beat
mean
Man
anything.
City.
What did they say about Haaland after the community shield last year?
Oh yeah. Yeah, look at
Pep
that.
was like, all right.
Look at that.
He's like,
It's mad.
you see.